Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today, for Tag Tuesday, I'm going to be doubling up on two tags that both have summer vibes or summer vacation as a theme. I'm going to be doing the summer vibes book tag and the beach vacation tag together. Summer Vibes was created by Katherine of Raspberry Reads, and I was tagged by Katherine and also by Daniela at Uncommon Reader. And I'm also going to be doing the beach vacation tag, which is also a brand new tag. And this was created by Scott at Some Other Character. And I was also tagged by Scott in this one. So thank you to Scott, to Katherine, and to Daniela for tagging me. I'm going to just sort of be doubling up to try to get some more of these tags done, but also because these two seem to go really well together, and I love a good summer themed tag. I'm going to tag a lot of people in the notes below, as I always do. Feel free to do one or both of these tags. If you've already been tagged on one but not the other, then please consider doing that one, or do them both. And of course, if I don't list you below, please do consider yourself tagged as well. So first I'm going to do Katherine's tag, the Summer Vibes book tag. Katherine says be sure to use the tag Summer Booktube Vibes 2025 if you do this tag. And tag Katherine as well. Prompt number 1, I Scream, You Scream, a thriller, horror, or mystery that is perfect for summer reading. For this, I chose a book that I just got, which I'm hoping to read actually for a a September reading event that some booktubers are putting together, inspired by James at Quaint and Curious Volumes. And this is books about the octopus, and one that I have acquired for that reading event is Ray Naylor's The Mountain in the Sea. And this is described as a techno thriller. A fusion of techno thriller and novel of ideas, a thought-provoking and at times creepy echo dystopian novel, and first-rate speculative thriller, by turns fascinating, brutal, powerful, and redemptive. Okay. Number 2, A Day at the Beach, a book with a water theme. Well, for this, I chose a book that my friend Renee at Beyond Books, Renee and I are going to be reading together in August. And this is Stephen King's Duma Key. And this book has been recommended to both of us by several other booktubers. And I've discussed this a couple of times with Kevin at Kevin Toll Reads, and he highly recommends this. And this is one that both Renee and I have been wanting to read, so we decided to read it together. Definitely, we've got a water setting for this one. And that one probably would also fit for the thriller question. Number 3, Throwing Shade and Scorching Looks, a book with a great antagonist. Well, for this, I chose one that I'm hoping to be reading this month for my reading for Rocket Summer. And this is Jack Finney's The Body Snatchers. Just a little bit from the back. When Becky Driscoll turns up at Dr. Miles Bennell's consulting rooms after hours one August evening and tells him that her cousin Wilma doesn't think that her Uncle Ira is really her Uncle Ira, this is just the beginning of a nightmare for the sleepy town of Mill Valley. As the number of similar stories multiplies, Miles discovers the horrific truth. Aliens are taking over the bodies and minds of his friends and neighbors. Okay. Number 4, Holidaze, a book set abroad, preferably during the summer. Well, for this, I chose a new release, a Booker Prize finalist. This is one that Angelia at Read and Reread and I are hoping to read together. And this is Madeline Tien's The Book of Records. And to be honest, I'm not sure where this takes place because it seems like it takes place in a lot of different places, depending upon which character we're following. There's a lot of shape-shifting of places that goes on. Just to read a little bit, Lena and her father arrive at an enclave called the Sea, a staging post between migrations with only a few possessions. In this mysterious and shape-shifting place, a building made of time, pasts and futures collide. Lena befriends her neighbors. Bento, a Jewish scholar in 17th century Amsterdam, Blücher, a philosopher in 1930s Germany fleeing Nazi persecution, and Jupiter, a poet of the Tang Dynasty China. So that sounds really interesting, and Angelia and I are looking for a time to read that together. Next, Summer Fling, a romance or a book about relationships. Well, this month for Jane Austen July, we are reading Emma. And this is a book about relationships, and it's a book about matchmaking. I thought that was a perfect choice. Number 6, One Time at Camp, a coming-of-age book. My in-person book group is reading this month Frederick Backman's My Friends. And this is a book about a group of friends one summer when they are 14 years old, and then it also flashes forward about 20 years where there's another teenage protagonist, and she's kind of looking at the lives of those teens through a painting that one of them has painted. So coming of age is certainly a theme in this one. Okay, number 7, Class of 2025, a new release for this year. New release, Stephen King's Never Flinch. I have not read this yet. I got it when it first came out. I think I got it on publication day, but I had lent it to a friend and I just got it back. So this is something I hope to read this summer as well. Okay, Family Barbecue, number 8, Family Barbecue, a book about family relationships or a multi-generational book. Okay, I'm in the middle right now of John Steinbeck's East of Eden. This is a reread for me. We're reading this with the Summer of Steinbeck. This is our book for July, and this is certainly a book about family relationships, and it's also a multi-generational saga. So that seemed to be a perfect fit for that question. And then to tag others, which I'm going to do at the end of this video after I've done Scott's beach vacation tag. Okay, so here goes Scott's beach vacation tag. And by the way, I'm going to include both Scott's and Katherine's videos in the notes below. So Scott says, "Hey, it's Scott. This is 6 prompts for my original beach vacation tag. Some prompts are books and others are books, movies, or comics to help open it for those who are tagged out of books. If I haven't tagged you, please consider yourself tagged. It's free." Okay, the prompts. Number 1. Stranded. You're on a desert island for 1 week. You're going to get picked up. What one book are you taking with you? Book only. Okay, so for this, I've chosen another Frederick Backman book. This is Beartown, and this is a book that was recommended to me by my friend Ellen at Ellen Made Book Club. She specifically chose this as a book for me in a beautiful tag that she created for her BookTube anniversary, where she made recommendations for some of her BookTube friends. And this was one that she recommended for me, and I got the book right away. So this will be hopefully a good summer read for me. Number 2, Flip Flop Friendships, or How I Learned to Love Crocs, a story with friendship at its core. Bonus, summer camp or travel. For this, you can do book, movie, or comic. Well, I'm going to go back to one that I put for Katherine's tag. This is a book I just finished last week, and this is Frederick Backman's My Friends. And it's clearly a book about friendships and about found family. Okay, number 3, sunscreen required. What book, movie, or comic burned you with hype but ended up by disappointing you? Well, I can't say there was really a lot of hype about this, and I can't really say I was burned either, but this is one of my auto-buy authors, and so when she came out with a new book this past year, I pre-ordered it, and it didn't live up to my expectations, because this is one of my favorite authors, and I've talked about this before. This is Louise Erdrich's The Mighty Red. I liked this just fine, and I don't think there was a lot of hype about this, but it certainly was out there in the press. I liked it well enough. I just didn't like it as much as I liked the last 2 or 3 of her books that I have read. That was all I could think of. I haven't really been burned by hype on anything that I've read recently. Number 4, Sunburn and Secrets. Pick a twisty, juicy thriller or mystery, perfect for a hot day. Well, I'm picking a book that I haven't read yet that I hope to read this month for Private Eye in July. And this is a book that was recommended to me by someone in my comments, by a subscriber. And this is Ed Lacey's Room to Swing, and it was published in the Library of Congress Crime Classics. This was the 1958 winner of the Edgar Award for Best Novel. Room to Swing is the first crime fiction to feature a black detective in the noir tradition. I am hoping to read this in the month of July while we're still reading Private Eye detective fiction. This comes highly recommended, and also just a point of interest about this, there's a foreword to this book by Carla D. Hayden, who was, until very recently, the Librarian of Congress, but she lost her job in the new administration for no reason that anyone has been able to discern. So that's another reason why I want to read this book. Okay, number 5. Beach book bag or bog bag. What's your go-to lightweight, fast-paced read for the beach? Book or comic? This is what I'm reading right now for Private Eye in July. This is a Robert B. Parker Private Eye novel, Family Honor. And this is the first in his Sonny Randall series. This was, he created the Spencer Private Eye, and he also created Jesse Stone, and they each have series, and then he created a female Private Eye, and that's Sonny Randall, and this is the first in that series, and I'm reading it right now, and it is a super fast-paced novel, short, quick chapters, that kind of end on cliffhangers, and it's just a really quick read. I think this would be a good beach read. Number 6, Seashell Surprise. Name a book, movie or comic that looked simple but had unexpected depth or beauty inside. And for that, I'm going to go to my go-to, Ronan Hession's Leonard and Hungry Paul. This seems like a very simple story about, just two ordinary, regular guys who are good friends and just all around decent people. And it seems like not a whole lot happens in terms of the action of the story, but it is an absolute celebration of the goodness of regular, ordinary people. And it's a book that profoundly affected me. It's a book that I keep putting in the hands of loved ones. I've certainly talked about it a great deal here on this channel. And I thought that it definitely had unexpected depth and great beauty inside. And it was also my pick for my most joyful read of this year as well. And then Scott says to tag others. So as I always do, if you're watching this and you'd like to do one or both of these tags, please consider yourself tagged. And I'm going to tag a bunch of people in the notes below to help to spread some of this summer joy around. So as always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.